Hey friends, it's Amanda with Mettle Modern Design. So I'm going to pull out a variety of canvases. Most of these I've painted in the past, just waiting for a project, which is funny. But we've got this one that's just kind of a subtle pink. Can you see that? You can kind of see it if I hold it back. My ring light's real bright. These are just a couple of the canvases that I have prepared for insert literally anything. So this one's blank, but we could still use them. This one I've just kind of painted with a pearl colored paint. So we'll start with some of those. Now, I will say we're going to use transfers. Okay. So I've got a few things out. I'm just going to kind of set them around me, and I'll kind of talk you through how I create some designs. So again, this is just painted with a pearlized white. I'll peel her off. I'll place her little sweetness down right here nicely. Now, I will say I painted this probably a month ago, so it's good and dry. I'm not saying you have to wait a month, but if you wait overnight, then you know it's good and dry. And it just went on that easy. Okay, and then I'm gonna set this aside. As lovely as she is, we're just gonna set her aside. And then we'll do a little something else. Okay, I've pulled them off. I'm just gonna kind of place them right down here at the base. So this is going on like butter. Pretty easy. And it's not that much extra work. It's a little extra work, but it's not that much extra work. And he just kind of looks cute on that little, just kind of looks like the sky, like the ground in the sky. It just gives it a little dimension. What do you guys think? That's our second one. Let me see if there's a little something small we can do over here on maybe a couple of our small ones, our little small ones. Does fit. Okay, we'll do that one. I just know if I'm going to mix up a couple ounces of resin, I want to be able to use it all. And actually, now that I think of it, 2 ounces of resin, it'll probably do 2 6x6s and a 4x4. Might not do much more than that. We'll do this little potted plant here. She's lifting a little, put it back down. There we go. Clean as a whistle. A little sanding. And I just like how it fills up the surface. Can you see it better if I kind of tilt it? It just looks kind of pretty. It looks kind of coastal just because of the colors I've used. So let me kind of angle him too so you can see him a little better. So something doesn't have to be coastal in order for you to make it look coastal. Just your background colors and the individual nuances that you add to them will help you determine whether it's coastal or not. Okay. So what I am gonna do is we're gonna grab out some things here. Just a little silicone spatula. We're gonna grab a pair of gloves, stick. I'm gonna grab one of my sample packs of resin. Even though this is kind of the most expensive way to do resin, like the more you buy, the cheaper it is per ounce. So if you're only buying 2 ounces, you pay kind of a premium for that. And then it comes in 8 ounces, 16, 32, a gallon, 2 gallons. And the more you buy, the cheaper it gets to be. So I'm just gonna use my own method with this and not follow the package directions because I'm a rebel like that sometimes. I'm just gonna snip the corner of this pre-mixed kit. Now this kind of kit you've got to use all at once. You can't put it away. Like once your resin is mixed, it's mixed. You've got to use it within 45 minutes. I'll be putting on gloves momentarily. So, hey Google, set timer for 3 minutes.
Sure, 3 minutes. And we're starting now.
Did you hear that? So we're gonna pull out some of this glass. And again, I've got like the ultra clear art glass. I've got some ultra clear, some clear confetti art glass. And then I've got just a little bit of platinum. And I think the platinum is just a pretty kind of champagne color, and we're going to use some of that. If you've got a particularly large piece and you don't want to use that, then just set it aside. And I think, and it's just preference how you position a piece and where you put it. You know, you can put it at the base of her dress, or you can put it on her wings. And I like to kind of position it in a couple of different places and see what makes the most sense to me. Does it make the most sense to have it at the base of her dress? Does it make the most sense to put it on her wings? I'm not going to put it in both places because that might look a little weird. So you just got to think about what you want to accentuate. And then that's where you're going to put your glass. So I'm going to leave it at the base of her dress, but then I'm just also going to put some on her wings here. It's always subject to change. So we've got our resin that's been sitting over here for just a couple minutes. Then I'm just going to start here by drizzling over my glass. Okay, got a little drizzle. I'm going to move this up out of the way. I'm going to kind of pull this over where I can work on it a little easier. I'm going to grab my little silicone spatula here, and we're just going to drag that resin around. Today, Satan, you put a little more resin on there, add a little more heat. She's just ready to go. So now we're going to come over and we're going to do the same thing to Santa here. We will outline. I have no doubt I'll need a little bit more, but we're going to start with that. I'm going to grab my spatula. We're just going to spread it around the piece. So set him there. Add just a little bit more. Spread that all out nice and even. Okay, it's just a little touch of glass, just a little touch of something. Just a little bit more because it is a little bit uneven. Okay. Hit it with some heat. We're gonna hit this with heat too because we added. We'll hit this one with heat. So that's what I had for you guys tonight. Let me try to squeeze these all in so you can see them. I can't lift them now because resin, but you can see them. And I think they're gonna be just lovely. And because I was super cautious and because I didn't go on and just pour it, they're not dripping all over the place. Now that doesn't mean as they dry, they may not develop a drip or whatever. That's just resin. It's just snaky. It does what it wants. But I didn't flood it and I let it sit for a minute. So it's a little bit thicker. So it's just kind of pooled on the top of the piece and it's just created this nice finished quality. So look, if you guys enjoyed this, make sure you sprinkle it out, I would say. And yeah, that's what I got for you. So look, thank you guys for hopping on with us. If you don't follow me at Mettle Modern Design, I invite you to do that. Okay, you guys be blessed and take care, and I will see you next week. Bye now, friends.